Good morning and welcome to the Atal FDP on additive manufacturing. It is a very pleasant morning and I take it that the Sun Entity has bestowed its blessings on us for a good start and further proceedings of this meeting. I request the participants to please put your mic on hold so that we can proceed with the inaugural session. Any team should have a good leader. Ours has an excellent leader in Dr. B. Vinod, our HOD coordinator of this FDP. I request Dr. B. Vinod to deliver the welcome address and start the FDP with his usual grace. Sir, the forum is yours.
Okay, a very good morning. Thank you, Ms. Vishwapriya, for the nice introduction. It is my present duty to welcome each one of you for the inaugural function of the ASCT Training and Learning Academy, or ADEL, Faculty Development Program on Additive Manufacturing. During this COVID, that is from March 2020, we were mostly online, but ASCT was trying their best to train the faculty members, all the faculty members in India, for enhancing their skills and knowledge in various other fields which they are new to. And they have been supporting all institutions in India in this aspect. So our sincere thanks to ASCT for giving and organizing such programs for the benefit of all faculty members in India. For the Department of Robotics and Automation Engineering, this is the fourth such program, because since this COVID started, we conducted 3 programs already. One was again ATAL on robotic welding, and we conducted 2 AQIS, ACT quality improvement programs on robotics and autonomous systems. So all these 3 programs were a big success, because throughout India, several faculty members got benefited from this program. And this program also, additive manufacturing, we have 191 registrations. So that is again a very good number and shows the enthusiasm of faculty members across our country in enhancing their knowledge and skill sets. Since online is the way of learning these days, a lot of materials are there, a lot of demonstration videos are available. Experts from any part of the world can address us. So keeping that in mind, we have tailor-made this program for the benefit of all the members of for the attendees. The vision itself of AICT was to empower faculty to achieve goals of higher education, access, equity, and quality. So I ensure you that, or I promise that this program will have, you will have the access to all the course materials. We'll deliver a quality program, and all of you will have equal opportunity to learn and explore this new area of additive manufacturing. The area, the additive manufacturing, I think PSG is the right institution to offer such program. And to inaugurate this program, we have 2 great personalities here. Both of them are from PSG family, but they are the most apt persons in this field, not just being there from PSG. Dr. K. Pragasan, our Honorable Principal of PSG College of Technology, is also a mechanical engineer with a lot of experience in manufacturing. He has been the center head of the CAD/CAM Center, Virtual Reality Center. So he's a person who has been working closely on manufacturing. So my sincere welcome to you, sir, for having accepted our invitation to be a part of this inauguration and give your valuable address to all the participants. Sir has been a strong pillar in all our activities, whether it is a project proposal or it's ACT or whatever the faculty development programs, any kind of request we make to him, he will immediately go through it and give us the maximum support from the college side. So I once again welcome our principal, Dr. K. Pragasan, to this program. Thank you, sir. And
Thank you.
yeah, then Dr. P. Radhakrishnan, presently the director of PSG Center, Institute of Advanced Studies. It is during his tenure as principal of PSG College of Technology that we established the Center of Relevance and Excellence in Product Design, Optimization, and Collaborative Product Commerce. That was under the Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council, TIFAC. So PSG TIFAC core was established in 2001. So it's almost 20 years old. That is our expertise in additive manufacturing. And sir is supposed to be the pioneers in this field in India. So he established a great facility for this country. So many people have benefited from this center. So many graduates, engineers, and also industries. They have used this center. In fact, it was started with industry partners. So all of them have benefited from establishing this center. So we are indeed lucky and proud to have you, sir, here and to address all the participants. So we would like to know more about the ways of additive manufacturing. So thank you, sir. Welcome you, sir, once again to this program. Then all my team members, like Dr. Prabhakaran has been organizing this right from filling the application form. Then Dr. Suresh, Ms. Vishwapriya, and Dr. Sundaram, who is the program coordinator, faculty members of my department, all faculty members of PSG College of Technology. My happy welcome to all of you, and the participants. You are the most valuable people. The people who will be benefited from this program. My only request is that this is very well planned, packed in such a way that without even a big knowledge about additive manufacturing, please start fresh. So we'll be starting from the basics of additive manufacturing to the various methods, technologies, solutions. We have invited industry also. There are speakers from industry. Dr. Prabhakaran will be explaining to you about the whole course, but it will be surely beneficial. But please attend to all the sessions with seriousness. Please be interactive. Do something after the class hours. Go for some reading. Please keep seeing some videos. Come back and ask more questions. And let us all network. Even after this program, let us all keep in touch. Hope this program will be highly beneficial. So my sincere welcome to all the attendees, participants from across the country. I wish you all the very best. Have a fantastic time. Have a meaningful learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vinod. Now, shall I present to you Dr. S. Prabhakaran, the man behind the scenes, to elaborate us about the program.
Thank you, ma'am. A very pleasant morning to one and all gathered here. I join with our HOD in welcoming you all for this Atal-sponsored faculty development program on additive manufacturing. AICTE, through its newly established Atal Academy, has started unique FTBs in various thrust areas of modern technology. We are aware of such programs benefiting several teaching staff, research scholars, and PG students. The main aim is to upscale the quality of technical education. In line with this aim, the objective of this program is to transfer knowledge and provide an exposure about additive manufacturing as a technology, its various diversification, the recent developments and issues. We plan to start your exposure with a brief introduction to additive manufacturing technologies. Then we plan to lead you to metal additive, wire arc additive, bio-inspired additive, bio-additive manufacturing technologies. We also present to you the data file formats, software tools, design, and recent developments related to additive manufacturing. A session on path planning issues related to additive manufacturing is also planned. The sessions would be delivered by the professors from IITs, NITs, PSGNs, and leading people from the industries working in additive manufacturing sector. I really wish and hope the plan is in accordance to your expectations. At this juncture, I would like to add that we have 191 participants who have registered for this FTB. Once again, I welcome you all for this program. Happy learning. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Prabhakaran. That seems to be a lot, but at the end of an eventful week, I'm sure it may not seem so. We have heard from two of the coordinators. He is a man of few words. A few strong, inspiring words from the president of today's inauguration will take us through a long week. I'm honored to present Dr. K. Prakasan, our beloved principal and instigator. Sir, now the forum is yours.
Good morning to all of you. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
I joined Dr. Vinod, head of the Department of Robotics and Automation Engineering, in welcoming Professor P. Radhakrishnan, guest of honor for this inaugural function of Atal sponsored training on additive manufacturing for faculty members all over the country. I could see a lot of faculty members from other states are also participating. It's a good thing that the program creates a good response. And I think, as Professor Vinod indicated, this is attributed to the visionary thoughts of Professor P. Radhakrishnan. So when he is present, I should not speak much about the additive manufacturing, because he is like a Bhishma on the field of CAD and manufacturing of latest techniques. But I will share a few words and my experiences in this part of manufacturing. 95, maybe in the early 90s, there were research activities in many of the US or in European universities. They call it as free form fabrication. That was the word they used. And the journals like CAD journal, they used to publish series of articles which talks about free form fabrication. And even in during my PhD in IISc, I remember the presentations on some of the assignments which I did to Professor Lahiri. He is a modeling person, mathematical modeling. So there was one assignment on a graphite substrate depositing molten metal. It is sprayed through a nozzle and through an inert atmosphere of nitrogen and or helium, either way. So the mathematical part was modeled, the speed or the concentration of nitrogen, helium, because we should get a quality deposit. When the substrate is rotated, on that it gets deposited, and finally you break it and get a shape. It was a very crude experimental facility, but the mathematics was very thorough. Later in the same year, 95, 96, I remember, Professor F.B. Prince from Stanford, he came to Institute of Science during the Golden Jubilee of Mechanical Engineering, and he made a presentation on the same topic on free form fabrication, almost similar setup, a graphite substrate on which you deposit molten metal with all the precautions of quality of metal, so that metal does not get oxidized and it gets bonded well, like a welded structure. And the challenges in that he presented. Then when I came here after some time, 2000, the TIFAC core was set up. Professor Radhakrishnan was there in the entire process. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the Honorable former President of India, also visited the center. We remember that underground section, how it was initiated, the equipment erection. Dr. P.K. Rajesh was involved. Then Professor left to VIT with the setup here, and activities were happening. But one experience I can share with you, it is in the same time during Pongal holidays. January 14th, we will be closing generally. But that day there was a query from Royal Enfield. Somebody came after the phone call that we need to launch a product for our test. Then we inquired what is it. They said it is a crankcase for Enfield bike. What they have is only a drawing, but they want to complete it in 2 weeks. I said, you come. Then we made our people stay, did the CAD modeling, and made all the design iterations in presence of the Enfield engineer. And we took it to some small, I won't even call it as industry, it is a house in Town Hall, where they melt molten aluminum and create a casting. We didn't have a non-ferrous foundry in Coimbatore. Ferrous we have, non-ferrous we didn't have. So we made the pattern in Typhacor with a rapid prototyping plastic. Then made the pattern quickly with the help of foundry people there. And first casting was defective when we poured the metal and took it out. Made the corrections because the casting knowledge is also required. There were a few errors in the location of feeders, etc. The non-ferrous metallurgy was not clear at that time. Improved it. Next day we poured the casting and the engineer took it to the factory. Next month the DGM, Mr. Krishnan, he himself came to the CAD/CAM center and he congratulated the entire team, saying that it is running in the vehicle, tested successfully. So I cannot call it as additive manufacturing. It is a tool or a step to reduce the cycle time. So we used to call it as rapid prototyping. So this is some type of feedback to Professor also. He has done several such projects. He is an authority to speak on that. But my conclusion for this topic is machines, software, these are changing continuously. Fundamentally, there is one invariant, that is a material and the process. In conventional manufacturing, we talk about material, energy, and the stress or the forces which we create in a tooling system, die or a fixture or whatever. Then material is removed or forced into a shape. Like we have so many die-based methods, injection molding, forging, near-net shape concepts. But here the toolless, when it becomes a toolless, we have to restrain the material's interaction with energy in a different way. It can be radiation like laser or the electron beam or arc, whatever is suitable for the accuracy of the, not only accuracy, the functional requirement of the part. Then an environment where the part is protected from the end and you get a final part. So the difficulties are on the higher side because you don't have a constraining mechanism here. Metal will flow in any direction. So the very small in size, the particulate size, preparation of the powder and ensuring that the entire material gets reacted with energy source and it produces what you need, the surface finish or the property, what is required, the microstructure, everything becomes critical. So the participants, after attending to the technology and the software or the equipment what you are going to be presented with, later take it up in a fundamental level, understand the interaction that can give you more scope to explore the possibility of additive manufacturing. I think it has become a reality today. The GE, many of the components in aircraft, not huge components, small ones, are produced by additive manufacturing and they are used as it is. Maybe in the defense sector, there will be a lot of applications for additive manufacturing. Medical is also not an exception. I was reading something on 3D printing. Suddenly I saw another word called 4D printing. wondering what is this 4D. 4D is a new way of, it will create a shape by itself. The part what we make, it will create a new shape depending upon the environment. So I think it is a never-ending maze of thoughts. So hope all of you will enjoy the interactive sessions, learn well. I thank the department and the coordinators for taking up this program for the benefit of faculty members in the nation. Wish you all the best. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the memories you shared with us and for the inspiring words so that the participants would become future engineers who would add up to the list of additive manufacturing experts. He was the former principal of PSG Tech, former vice chancellor of VIT, the man behind many a technical venture of PSG. TIFAC Core at PSG is his child. He is now the director, PSG Institute of Advanced Studies. May I now request Dr. P. Radhakrishnan, the motivator, the inspirer, our mentor, and the chief guest of today's inauguration, to give us a boost. Sir, we are ready to hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Bria. Very happy to note that you got a good participation. So, respected principal, the coordinator, Dr. Vinod, and the faculty members and participants for this program. See, you must be knowing that additive manufacturing is a disruptive technology, and as far as metal additive manufacturing is concerned, we have got a lot more problems to overcome to take it to the field. Of course, it has been there for quite some time, but there are a few challenges that we had to solve, and the brief talk I'll be touching upon some of those challenges. One major issue with additive manufacturing, metal additive manufacturing, is the size limitations. Because most of the machines available today are smaller in size, and they cannot really handle big components in the aerospace industry. So, to overcome this size limitation is one of the major challenges in metal additive manufacturing. And second is quality. We have got still many problems as far as the quality is concerned, because we are building layer by layer, and there are variations from layer to layer, and also the quality of build, the grain structure, the residual stresses, and many such problems. Because to get the parts certified for aerospace applications, there is a big challenge. So what is being attempted is that you certify as you build. That is, you monitor the process, you monitor the building process, you monitor the grain structure, you monitor the residual stresses, you monitor the various parameters of building, so that you'll be able to get a satisfactory product. Now, another issue is the scalability, because if you want to make a large number of parts, it is not possible. Like subtractive manufacturing, there is very little scalability. Then another problem is that we have got a very narrow range of materials, because now if you take aerospace industries, you got Inconel, titanium alloys, yes, chromium cobalt alloys, and many such alloys are now available, but the material is extremely expensive. So you won't be able to make competitive products compared to subtractive manufacturing. So the young researchers were listening to me should make a note that if you want to take this technology to wider application, you have to solve some of these problems. Another problem is that you cannot have a multi-material capability yet. and many of the components involve the use of multi-materials. So you have got another problem there. So these are the five major problems that you come across in metal additive manufacturing. And it is up to you young people who are sitting in front of me to try to solve these problems. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are privileged for having received your blessings through your kind but technically worded speech. Thank you, sir. Now, to the vote of thanks and the end of the inaugural session. I call Dr. M. Suresh, my friend and fellow coordinator, to deliver the vote of thanks. Sir, the forum is yours.
Respected and most distinguished Chief Guest of the day, Dr. P. Radhakrishnan, Director, PSG Institute of Advanced Studies. Respected Principal, Dr. K. Prakasan, our beloved Professor and Head of the Department, Dr. B. Vinod, beloved Program Coordinator, Dr. M. Sundaram, Honorable Professors from other institutions and my own institution, it is a great honor to propose the vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to give my hearty thanks to AICTE Training and Learning Academy for providing the financial resources to conduct this faculty development program on additive manufacturing. I take this opportunity to propose my sincere thanks to PSG management for providing us all the resources to organize this FDP. I would like to thank our distinguished speaker and my professor, Dr. P. Radhakrishnan, for gracing today's faculty development program. Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking and interesting address. I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. K. Prakasan, for making an excellent address and making this inaugural session a very meaningful and interesting one. Thank you, sir. I would thank our beloved HOD, Dr. B. Vinod, for his guidance and moral support. I would like to express our deep gratitude to the program coordinator, Dr. M. Sundaram, for his presence in this session. Finally, I thank the wonderful participants who have turned up in such a great numbers. Thank you. Thanks to one and all present here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to add a few words to the participants. The guidelines to the successful completion of the FDP have been already conveyed to the participants through mail. I request you to kindly adhere to the same and help us help you. Our next session would start at 11:30 a.m. and I request you to join us 5 minutes before the actual session starts. Thank you, participants. We will expect you at 11:25. See you then. Thank you, everybody.